I sound good.
Yeah, you sound good.
Sound good. What is up? It is Tuesday. Tap in Tuesday. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Welcome to Leveraging Your L's. Brought to yours truly. My name is Rafael Jimerson, aka Stamper, aka Stamp, and we're here with my lovely co-host Tierra Bryant, aka The Efficient. How you doing today, T?
I'm doing pretty good. It's cold, but you see, I
That
literally
East
got on
Coast.
a hoodie. Like, I got on a hoodie. It's freezing, but today is a good Tuesday, man. Today's a good Tuesday.
So that yeah, you out there on the East Coast where it's I don't know parts of that weather out that way.
That's crazy. It changed
Y'all
so
can
much.
y'all can say whatever y'all want about California. The prices is high. You folks be out here tripping. It's expensive, but that weather, that
You
weather, and
can't go
we
wrong
always get sunshine. We always get sunshine out here. The only downside is allergy season. I
with
hate this time of the year. I hate this time of the year. Like I hate it. Yeah, I live in an area where it's really pollinated. So it's funny. I was talking to an estate plan attorney last year, and they were telling me about I guess the number one allergy doctor like in the world moved to either Sacramento, like because I stay like an hour away from Sacramento.
it.
So he moved to specifically California. I mean, he moved to Sacramento for the reason because allergies are just so bad out here because of the trees and the pollen. He specifically moved to Sacramento just for that exact reason. So I know he's crushing it right now.
That's so
Crushing it.
smart. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Talk about knowing your audience.
Oh, super facts. I feel like yeah, that makes sense. That's why like people that's a good business tip though. Like I don't know if people caught on to that. That's a super good business tip. Geographically, like whatever your niche is, if it's somewhere in the world where like you could capitalize off of it, it might be in your best interest to like move there. Cause like even when I talk to officiants that are in Florida, officiants that are in California, like those are very like touristy areas. Like people go there specifically to have like some type of like destination wedding, or
Hmm.
it's always like hot there, it's always warm there, so like couples literally fly to Florida, fly to California to like have elopements or like have their weddings. So I always tell them like make like a little travel guide, get acquainted with your area, places where people can have a quick little wedding outside X, Y, and Z,
Yep.
because they're coming from out of state, so they're already looking for you to be like that person that's going to kind of help them find a place and things of that nature. So if you already got that on deck, or you got a little PDF, you can send them like these are 5 or so places that most people get married when they visit California, Florida, whatever. Man,
Yeah.
set yourself up, set yourself apart. If you're in one of those areas, capitalize. New Jersey, don't nobody come to New Jersey to get married. Nobody comes to Jersey. Like, people are like, why would you come here? A lot of mine is
That's
like
funny.
either they live here or they're like from a neighboring state.
Yeah.
Maybe they families here, or a lot of them they're flying somewhere else, but they want to get legally married in their state first. So people don't come to Jersey to get married; they leave Jersey to get married. But that's where I
Facts.
capitalize off of. But if you're in one of them states that's sunny year
Yeah.
round, is wedding season year round, capitalize,
Yeah.
capitalize, capitalize.
Yeah. California, Florida. Those would probably be like two states right off the bat that I could think of. I mean, if you want to go to the desert, Arizona,
Yep,
if that's like your thing, where it's always sunny.
yep,
Obviously Vegas. Vegas. Folks should be getting
yeah.
married just to get married out there. That's another
Mountains.
destination.
People like
You said
the
where?
mountains, or like really
Yeah.
popular state parks, Yosemite Park, and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Like those nature adventurous couples. Like if you live near them, come on, that's your people right there.
Oh, that's a fact. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I mean that's just the epitome of just doing your market research to find that this is one of the most pollinated areas, and people are dealing with allergies. They got to come to you, so it's great market research.
Absolutely.
So before we begin, we always like to talk about how was your week? How was the week in business?
My week was pretty good. Got some
Hmm.
calls for just some marriage license signings. So really liking those, because they're a quick, 250, 350 if it's on a weekend, 15 minutes, and typically it's like a couple, like I had a couple reach out to me today and their family friend is officiating, but they want an officiant to do their like legal paperwork. Perfect. I can absolutely help you with that. I had a wedding on Thursday. It was so much fun. Love staying for the reception. Always a good time. Always nice to see like the bride and groom, get loose, get lit, enjoy their friends, enjoy their family, and really celebrate all the hard work that we put into their ceremony. Because that's really what the reception is, a celebration with your family and friends of the ceremony where you just got married. So I always love going to those and having fun. So that was good. My week's been good. How about you?
The week was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a bunch of people just shopping around this week. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. But a lot of my business this week came from like repeat clients, so it's always good to have repeat clients, right? But yeah, a lot of folks just calling for homes, just wasting time, just like, I'll give you a great example. So I had someone that called me Saturday, right?
Mhm.
And I think I posted this. So they called me. They're like, "Hey, do you guys do living trust?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got the right guy. Yeah, definitely. How can we help you?" They were like, "I have a living trust that needs to be notarized for me and my husband. I want to do something with my pets, blah blah blah." So I was like, "Okay, it's a full package, right?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Is this for a single signer or is this for a couple?" And she said, "It's for a married couple." Like, okay. We charge a flat rate of 250 to get that taken care of. Like, I that's too that's what? I can go to the bank and get it done for free. Okay, okay, great. Click. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I just like I don't understand when people do like consumers do that. Like, if you knew you can get it done for free,
Right.
why call? Like,
Yeah.
why call? Like, just go to the bank and get it done for free. Like, why waste your time? So I,
Yeah.
I I got a kick out of that. Whenever I get those kind of phone calls, I got to post it because I'm pretty sure a lot of notaries can relate to it. And as it happened when I did post it, got a lot of good engagement on that post because a lot of notaries can relate to that. And I like the way she said it too. I want to add that in. Like, she said it like with her chest. I'll go to the bank. I'll go to the bank, and it's like, yo, like, why waste your time? Like, you could have, why call around, shop around? I get that a lot. I get
Yeah.
that a lot. And what's funny? I seen I was going because I was on a coaching call this week with the notary, and we was just like, just trying to strategize on how we can get her more business. And one of the tools that she used was Thumbtack. So I went on there, just like research like notaries in their areas to see where we could discover like a competitive advantage or whatnot, right? And I came across a notary who clearly laid out, it says serious inquiries only. Thumbtack charges us for leads. Do not call around just to shop around. If you're serious, this is our starting price. Please feel free to give us a call. And I thought that was so genius. And I just sit there thinking like, damn, why I never thought to do something like that? Because
Yeah.
people will call you just to shop around, and they're not intentional about getting anything done. Like, there's no sense of urgency. They just want to get the best price possible. And
Yeah.
in my opinion, if you're looking for the best price possible, why not go to UPS or go to the bank?
Yeah.
The reason why you're calling around is you need a mobile notary, and wherever the places that you are trying to go to, they're not going to get that taken care of for you. So
Mhm.
I thought that was really interesting. So you get a lot of shopping around. I go to the bank. He was just hanging up in my face, which is always fun. Which is always fun. Gotta love consumers.
Yo, nah, that's how I am too. It's either that or it's like I need this service to happen right now. Like I'm driving in my
Yeah,
car and I need to happen like
yeah,
right now, right this second. And I'm like,
yeah.
well, I am by appointment, so
You all right?
don't know what to tell you.
Don't know what to tell
Um,
you.
but it's funny because I had a signing service, a
Yeah.
signing service in Florida. call me on Thursday. And so they called me first, and then I sent them like my text at, saying I couldn't answer the phone and, what can I help them with? And they were like, oh, I need you to call me, whatever. And I was like, well, I can't call you right now. If you want to tell me, what service I can help you with, then we could talk, via text, but I'm not in a position to call. And so they were like, oh, I just need this, one document, $55. It was in my city, which was pretty good. But
Yeah.
that 30 days to pay, I was like, oh, I forgot. Like, I forgot that I gotta wait 30 days to get paid $55. Like,
that's disgusting. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty.
I forgot because I've just been
That's so gross.
working in regular straight to consumer calls that like I forgot what that middleman kind of feel like, and I was just like, I'll take it or whatever. But we end up not being able to do the signing because the guy didn't have all of the information that he needed. But it's just like, as soon as I heard, I'm like, 30 days. Then I had to remember. I'm like, right. Because this is signing service.
That's gross, man. That's just gross. That's just so gross to make someone wait 30 days for $55.
Yeah.
And we gotta talk about that. Why aren't signing agencies paying faster? I don't understand why is it that they don't pay? Why they don't pay faster? I can understand if it's loan signings because just from my experience of working with like specific title companies, you'll have some where they'll send you the check in 10 days. You'll have some where they'll tell you to bill the client directly, or you'll have some where they'll mail your check out to you like that same week. So if that's the case, why are you making people wait 30 days?
Yeah.
Like it's already like obviously as the middleman, obviously you gotta take your cut off the top, right? Because it's your client that you're servicing, and you're probably gonna have to pay the notary the majority of the fee to get that. To get the signing done.
Right.
Perfectly understand that. It is what it is. But why are you making people wait that amount of days to get paid? Like me, if I'm sending out an offer, I will send out an offer for like $40 or $50, which is not always the greatest, but it's gonna be for like 1 or 2 signatures, and I'm gonna make sure you get paid in 24 hours because I don't see the point in me holding on to that money, especially when the client is already gonna pay me the same day. So why am I making a notary wait 30 days for $40 or $50?
Right.
Why?
I was just like. And I'm spoiled. You already know I'm spoiled with my weddings. I get my full payment up front. You can't even talk to me again before, we get that full payment. And so when it comes to calls like that, again, it was super local, like literally in my city. So that's kind of the only reason why I took it. But when I heard that 30 days, I'm like, 30 days for $55. Like, then you get calls like from consumers like the next day. I think I did a certified copy and an I-9 for what was it? Was 65 plus 25? $90? Yeah, like $90. Just boom, just like that.
Same
like
day.
Authorization, the other one didn't, but I gotta wait $55. I have to wait 30 days for $55. The math just don't be mathing.
Yeah, that's not cool. Hey, I would never understand that. I would never understand it. I can even like suggest like even if you're gonna make a person wait 30 days, can you at least pay on the 15th and on the 30th? I pay every 15 days. Can you at least do that?
Yeah.
Like, making someone wait 30 days for $55 is insane to me. I will never get that. I got a similar offer like that too.
Because what we do is like so immediate. You know what I mean? It's like, once you get that notarization, like, whatever you got to do after that, you got to do. But like, the notarization is immediate. For this, it was a what do you call that? Asset recovery. That's what it was. It was a form for asset recovery. So whoever the person was that contracted me, I guess that's just what they do. They look up, people's assets that the government be holding for them or hiding from them, however you want to call it. And
Yeah.
then I guess they reach out to that person, let them know that they have these, assets X, Y, and Z here, and they have to like sign a release form, blah 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 blah. So I
Yeah.
guess that is definitely a good avenue, another
Hmm.
way to get you some general notary work, because they're always going to have to verify their identity, to be able to retrieve those assets. So if there's companies out there, you can probably Google them, but that would be a
Yeah.
great opportunity to build a relationship with them too. But the person basically had to produce a death certificate and they didn't have it, in the
Hmm.
time that the appointment would have been. So,
That's interesting because I got a similar I did a similar assignment like that the other day. It was to and I typically don't work with signing services.
yeah.
I just happened to accept it because I was kind of bored that day. I didn't really have nothing going on, so I just took it anyway. But then I found out after the fact the payment terms. He said 30 days. I was like, damn, why didn't I ask ahead of time? Like, why didn't I ask ahead of time? Right? Because I'm thinking like, oh, it's asset recovery document, like 4 signatures,
Yeah.
not a loan signing. And I just took it. Didn't even think about it. It's like, oh, $75 for 4 signatures? Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, because obviously I understand I'm getting to a signing agency.
Right.
After I did the signing, I said, I forgot to ask, what's your payment terms? Like 30 days. I'm like, ah, shit. I did not ask. I did not ask this ahead of time. Oh, I didn't ask that ahead of time. But you brought up something important. That's another avenue that you can explore too. Asset recovery.
Hmm.
I sure did my research after that, so I could find a company that needs those type of documents notarized.
Yeah.
Those little small documents like that, even though they may be, I mean, I don't want to consider it a package. It may be
Mhm.
like nine documents total, but it's gonna be like 4 or 5 signatures.
Yeah.
So when it's like 4 to 5 signatures, then we talking, $100 and up for the
Yeah.
travel and for the signatures included. So those are good signings to take on as well. But it's a matter of just getting that relationship and doing what you can to service that client.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I had heard like people trying to get into that, like being the one to recover like assets.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a lot of opportunities here, but I would definitely start looking into, like you said, because most of the time those companies are smaller. They're ran by
Yeah.
like 1 to 2 people, and a
Yeah.
lot of their stuff will be done like out of, state. Like this person was based in Florida.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
contacted me from New Jersey. I'm sure, the places where they have to reach out and like get the notarization done is going to be outside of the state that they live in. So
Yeah.
it's a good
Yeah.
place.
That's a fact. Yeah. That's a good avenue to explore. Um. Yeah. Outside of the folks shopping around, week was pretty good. So I'm doing coaching now. I'm getting into the coaching space. I don't want to say I've been approached about it, but I've been hearing about other notaries doing it. And quite frankly, there's a lot of loan signing coaches out there. So it's like,
Mhm.
I don't think it's a great time for that. I'm more focused on helping notaries with their notary business and just
Right.
outside of loan signing. So I did a bunch of those this week. I thought that was pretty dope. From that, I ended up just creating a new program. So
Hey.
I created a new program called the Notary League, and it's
Oh, I like that.
yeah. It was pretty good. We had our first meeting yesterday. We got 3 people so far that signed up. Two
Okay.
of them joined in, and pretty much what we're doing is obviously folks be struggling with like accountability, just having someone like just stay on them, just check on them, see how they doing. So we using Mondays for accountability, where we just gonna check in. We're gonna talk about what was your wins for the day, what are your goals for the week, and
Mhm.
then pretty much we all just gonna stay in contact with each other. And then the whole goal is really to help folks increase the income that they're making within their business. And then we're
Right.
gonna meet up again on Fridays for like not for like long sessions because obviously it's Friday, but it's a check in. What was the wins for the day? Did you accomplish your goals for the week? If you didn't accomplish that goals, okay, what was some things that was working, and what was some things that wasn't working, so we can get away from that. So that
Yeah.
was pretty dope. That's pretty good. Yeah, I've been for the longest time I've been trying to figure out like that subscription piece. Like, yeah, I want to create a subscription product, but I want to have something that's gonna be valuable and something that's where I feel like people will get a lot of value from, and we can help them grow their business. So I think I found something. We had our first meeting yesterday, so that was pretty good. We did that yesterday, and funny enough, the Sanford community, we finally have 500 members.
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, we finally have 500 members now. It's crazy. I had a bunch of Virginia notaries. Just like I think literally all of Virginia like joined the network like in the last 48 hours. Like no lie. Like no lie, I had a sign. I had a signing that I had booked in Woodbridge, Virginia. I think
Okay.
like in Prince William County. And I've done a couple of signings in Virginia before, but I haven't done one in that particular area.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, I just put it out there. I was like, hey, I'm looking for a notary in Prince William County, Virginia. Thanks in advance. That I think I got so many requests to join the community. I'm like, damn, where do these people come from? But I
Oh,
thought that
you
was
know
pretty
what?
dope, man.
Because I have seen, I'm in the 757 Notary Sisters like Facebook group.
Yeah,
And so I think that's mainly ran by Ebony. And so I did see someone post you the
yeah,
other day in that group saying that you were
yeah,
looking like for a notary. And then I know she has her own like directory as well. I think it's called Notary Connect, something
yeah,
like.
yeah. Someone posted that in my in my group as well.
Yeah, so one thing about Ebony's community, they're very active. She's very
Mm,
active. It's like a lot of different, posts about different things, kind of all the time. So I can definitely see some people migrating over to the Stanford community as well because is of, similar value where you're very
yeah,
active, you're handing out assignments and stuff for people to kind of get some more experience on top of, the workshops and the educational content that you have. So I could definitely see
yeah.
some people utilizing both Facebook groups because I do.
You know, I swear, I think every notary in Virginia like joined our network. I got like an influx of notaries from Virginia. I was like, wow, y'all are showing out. Literally,
Yeah.
I realized it was like, damn, where all these people come from? But I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I don't really get too much business. It's better, it's funny because I always get like post from other notaries. Everybody, like I had posted the signing in Maryland, and I was like, oh, you're getting closer and closer to where we at. I was like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Like honestly, I'm really trying to expand out into to the East Coast because I got a lot of East Coast notaries like in the group that I work with. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more and more business up there. I've been trying to just create as many opportunities for everyone to eat, man.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we 500 deep finally. Next, get to 1,000.
Hey.
That'll be the next move. Get to 1,000 members in the group. So we got a long way to go. Uh, I had a long signing this week, and well, not this week, but it was last week. From well, like I said, Mitch, I don't work with too many signing services. If I do only work with one, this one in particular, we have a pretty good relationship. I always help them out with their signings, and they have a relationship with pretty much all the big title companies here in California. So it's like they always pay good. So I was like, all right, I'm not really cool with waiting 30, 35 days to get paid, but that particular company in general, I will wait because always do good business, and I got my own book of business anyway.
Yeah.
So I say that to say, I had a long time last week. It was for a purchase. It was a purchase signing.
Mhm.
And on those, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like towards like the end of the like at the end of the packages, they'll have like home warranties. They'll have like property tax copies of property taxes, and
Yeah.
they'll say like read and approve, right?
Yeah.
Now there are some situations where I know like I know I need to have the actual signers sign this piece, right?
Mhm.
But one of the documents was a little confusing because it had said read and approve, but I was with the buyers, but it had the seller's name on the document. So I just wanted to be sure if I need to either have the signers or do I have the sellers actually, sign that piece or sign that text.
Mhm.
So I called the escrow officer because, I don't want to assume and then, I mess up the sign. So I called the escrow officer. And I asked her, it's like, hey, just want to get some clarity on, on this particular document that says read and approve. So I asked her if I should either have the signer sign it or should I have the seller sign it or should I just leave it blank for the seller to sign? And you know what this lady tells me?
She don't know.
She said, "What do you think?
Ah,
It's on there for a reason."
okay.
I was like, "Okay." Click. I just hung up the phone. I was like, "Yeah, y'all can go ahead and sign it. If it messes up, hey, that's on them." I was just now when I let, and even then the people, and I had her on speakerphone,
Uh-huh.
and the signer was like, "Wow, that was pretty rude." I was like, "Yeah, that was pretty rude." Now, if I would have just said, "Fuck it," I'm gonna just let it go. Then y'all gonna down me be getting a bunch of emails.
Right.
Oh, it's an error. We need you to go back out. Why didn't you call? You had our phone number, right? But when I do call to get, to get clarity on just this one document needs to be signed by them, like very rude. It's so rude. I'm like, man, I don't know. I was like, yo, man, I don't know, man. I don't deal with this in any other signings, right? I mean, I just didn't see the point of that for her to just be that rude, just
Yeah.
nasty for it. First, say, what do you think? It's on there for a reason. What? My mom don't even talk to me like that. Like, what makes you like what would give you the audacity to just be so snooty like that? Like, I didn't understand that. So yeah, that had me feeling type of way for like 10, 15 minutes. I was just like sitting in my car and like, damn, did she really just say that? Like, damn, was he really just that rude for no reason? So I just went home, went on about my day. And it just made me realize, like, I'm just stick to what I'm doing, man, because sometimes I'll be wanting to loan sign the business with the estate plan sign the business, but when I see the path that you got to take, sometimes it's like, it's not. Sometimes it's not worth it.
That's how I feel.
It is not worth it, man. Like I much rather for it that like the relationship to happen like organically. If it happens organically, then we're gonna, I much rather for it to happen that way. But I feel like sometimes what's being pushed out there, a lot of pucker up that you got to do in order to get that business, and that's not something I truly want to do.
I feel like every time I take a loan sign in, after I hang up the phone, I regret it. Like I feel like every single time I'm like, ugh, now I gotta print all these documents. Now I gotta prep them. Now I gotta go over all these little like now I gotta do all of this just for I ain't gonna say a
Yeah,
measly 150, 250 because that is
yeah,
that's good.
still
It
good
is
money. Yeah,
it's good, but it's just like all the things that you have to do to go with
yeah,
that just be so just annoying,
yeah,
annoying to me, just so annoying. But one thing I will say though is if it's like my real estate attorney, like hers, okay, I don't care what I got to go through because I know we're going to
yeah.
have a good time at the signing table. She always works with
Right.
like the best realtors. They're always so
Mhm.
fun. They're bringing, champagne. We're laughing.
Mhm.
It's always such a good time. So that individual relationship, all right, cool. Last minute, fine, whatever. I'll be there in an hour. But like that other madness, I'll just be like, why do this? Like, why do this? Like, I'd rather do some activities that will attract couples than literally get paid to go out and do the signing because it's just
Yeah.
everything that come with it.
Yeah. Relationships matter, man. Yeah. When you like I don't mind doing it, but it just depends on who I'm working with. If we have a pretty good relationship, then yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I can. But when yeah, I just thought that was so rude. Like, why are you talking especially in a professional setting? Why
Yeah,
are you talking to people? Why are you talking to people like that? Like, we're
yeah,
just trying to ask you a question. If I didn't call you and I made a mistake, then it really would have been an issue. So
yeah.
yeah, that was my. I might we're gonna probably have to have a segment like rude appointment, the rudest appointment of the week.
Ah,
Yeah, she was rude, extremely rude.
yeah.
But moving on, so I found out something.
Come on.
I've been really trying to get into this Ron space. Um, Obviously, we know I believe it's the future. That's where we're headed to. With AI and all the technologies here. Um, at some point, I was assuming California is going to get with it, and we start doing some remote online notarization. I found out that we can do in person electronic notarizations here in California.
Hmm.
So I just ordered my electronic seal, and we'll see if we can start getting some of these electronic notarizations going on out here. Because I don't think there's so many notaries that do it, or probably even know that they can actually do that.
What
So I
is
want to
that?
be
What is that?
in-person IPN. So it's pretty much it's like you're notarizing a document, but instead of you using a physical document, I got to be with you in person, and we're going to be signing the document like either on a DocuSign or like on the iPad, like on your phone or on your laptop, something like that.
Okay.
And then you would just upload your electronic seal to show that it was notarized, and then they would have to electronically sign the document.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, the band like that. All right.
no, save the trees. That's cute. I like it.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. You said it's cute. But yeah, it's funny. But yeah, so I'm gonna move on.
No, I'm
uh,
dead.
no, that's funny. But yeah, I thought that's something we could do here in California. So I want to get into that. So I just ordered my electronic seal and fingerprinting. Have you done any fingerprinting before?
No.
Have you done it? Is that your thing?
Nah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I heard about it. You have to do like training for that, right?
So here in California, we gotta get our we do gotta do the training and then we gotta get our certificate to roll fingerprints. So
Okay.
I mean I have my certificate. I've had it for a couple of years, but I was talking to Lisa Duffy the other day. Shout out to Lisa. She's known as the I think she calls it I think her handle is like the Queen of Live Scan, something like that. And
Okay.
we had a really good conversation the other day about fingerprinting. And my whole motivation for getting into that space is, whenever one sign, again, because I always think about loan signings, right? I always want to position myself to be like, what can I do? What services or what can I add to my business where I don't always have to rely on loan signings or if an estate plan signings just dry up. What is a service that I can always provide that's always needed? And fingerprinting is something I always want to get into.
Hmm.
But I mean, I've done a couple of assignments. I haven't actually rolled the fingerprints myself. I just hired a tech to do it. But I always just shied away from doing it because I didn't have the live scan equipment. But I
Hmm.
found out, like, as long as you got the ink cards, you can still actually provide that service. And then when it's time to get into the live scan, you can actually do it. So, talking to her, she really got my brain going. Really got me excited about, I mean, opportunities that's available out there for people that actually need the service.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just submitted my application yesterday. So hopefully we can get that thing, get everything set up so we can start doing this fingerprinting.
Oh, that's lit. See,
Yeah.
that's one thing about you, Rafael. You gonna find something out there to kind of complement, what you're already doing or what's already like, a part of your established like notary business. Me,
Yeah.
well, I guess I do similar things, but just like
Yeah.
again with weddings.
You
It
found
is
you
over.
found your thing though. You found your
Yeah,
thing
it
though.
is
So
over.
that's all good. Yeah. You
Yeah,
found
I
your
just
space.
because after a while, I feel like it's like for me, at least, it was just
Hmm.
becoming like too much to juggle. It's like I
Yeah.
gotta promote all the 4 or 5 services within my notary business, and
Yep.
then promote everything that's within like my wedding business. It's just like
Yeah.
carrying 2 big ass bags. You got to put one down and
Right.
balance that weight off. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been working on my
Hmm.
I just created a ceremony planning guide.
Hmm.
Right now, it's going to be exclusive to like all of the couples that work with me, but I think it's
Hmm.
it's honestly pretty thorough because
Yeah.
I don't do anything that's not. But after I kind of did it, I was like, this might be on the market soon. Like I don't know, I might have to put this out into the world because it's actually
Yeah.
pretty dope. So I'm just gonna test it, with my
Hmm.
couples right now, probably for the rest of 2023. But I don't know, 2024 it might be somewhere near you. Between that and vow writing books, I've been like that's been on my brain really heavy, just creating like personalized vow writing books and stuff like that. I know officiants who like make the brooms for like people to jump over. I was like, I ain't that
Hmm.
crafty. I ain't doing
Yeah.
no nothing like that. But something
Yeah.
where I can just be creative on Canva and put it out
Yeah.
there. And, you can just basically have like limitless designs. So
Yeah.
that's really what I'm leaning towards, just adding more elements into my wedding business and coming up with a signature event. That
And it
one's
all makes sense because it all relates to weddings. It's not something that's outside of that. So
right.
I think it's brilliant to keep diving deeper into that space. I say
Yeah.
for me, I found my niche with the estate plan signings. I don't feel that that's really going nowhere because 70% of Americans do not have an estate plan set up. So at some point, you got to set up a trust, whether if you are in the great, whether you in your peak shape or if you're at the hospital, where you gonna have to get one signed at some point. So I feel like that's never going anywhere. And think also the type of signings that I do with the power of attorneys and advanced healthcare directives, that all falls in along to estate plan signings as well. So I think for me, it's all about finding that one thing. I want to find that additional service and fingerprinting. For me, like fingerprinting to me, it's not something that takes really long. It's something I can get into right away. It doesn't take 30 minutes to get the job done.
Ain't going off. This day is going off. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it'd be annoying. I have to get a studio. That's the only downside to recording at the home office.
Yeah.
You got dogs who want to be quiet. So you have to sit here with me for the time being. But no, fingerprinting is something I want to do, man, because it's not something that takes really long. Again, same day service, same day you get paid. And it's like I said, it's a host of businesses that need it, whether you get into real estate, whether if it's a traveling nurse, whether if it's, I thought if you want to get a liquor license, you need to get fingerprinted. If you want to get into the set up a dispensary, like cannabis dispensary, you got to get your fingerprinted as well. So I feel like it's a lot of opportunity out there for it. Again, where I live at, not too many notaries that offer it. They just do mostly signings only. So yeah, man, we always gonna try to find a way, man. The notary business just has so much to offer. I'm not gonna sit around and just wait for one particular service to come back. It's a lot of opportunity out here available. I'm gonna take advantage of it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah,
right. So
that's real.
that's pretty much all I have for the day. I was gonna talk about how to build your network of notaries. I'm end up probably changing the title to that, just to talking about we've been checking in, what's been going on for the week, and I'll leave the people with this. A lot of notaries out there that say they don't want to start your signing agency. I'm with it. I had a story from a notary the other day that told me that they hired a notary for the signing and they absolutely did a horrible job. That happens. It's no way to avoid that. But what I will say is, if you're in a position where you may not be getting a ton of business locally, trust me when I say, if you live in a small town, it's like you're not really getting a lot of business in your area, expand out.
Yeah.
There are businesses out there from other states where they are looking for notaries in your city or in another city. If you can save them the time from them having to look for a notary, and you want to do that on their behalf, you get a lot more business doing so. Just a thought. Look into doing it. I definitely got other content that you can check out on how you can actually grow your agency and how you can start out.
I'm with you on that. You already know. When I first did my first outsource, I was like, oh my gosh, like it was honestly the first couple of times I did it, they were pretty easy. I found, really good notaries. They were very simple signings. And then honestly being able to throw a couple of dollars in someone's pocket, it really does make you feel even more of an entrepreneur than having your own business. And then on top of that, that rolls over to weddings. I've outsourced at least 3 weddings. I got an inquiry today on a date that I'm booked, but I told them, hey, I have other officiants you can work with. I do all of your ceremony plannings. I write your script. So, let's still hop on a call to see if we're a good fit. Whereas if I didn't have the outsourced mindset, I would have lost out, you know what I'm saying, on that opportunity. Yeah. So when I get to pay somebody else and I still get paid very well. So, for me, it's definitely a win-win. So you want to do that on the officiant side as well. I saw you post a wedding the other day. What happened? We're going to leave at that. What happened?
No, that was
why you won't do it?
No, that was my guy Jawan. He had a wedding at where he lives at. It was probably about an hour or two, an hour and a half away from me. But he the one that had it. So it was him. He just posted it in the group. I just tell people whoever's in my group, if you got signings and you need help with getting your orders filled, I mean, you're more than welcome to like just post it in the group. Like it's all
Yeah.
good. I just want to see everybody eat. But no, when he had posted it, I was like, yeah, let's get it. Yeah, I just pretty much. I just who did I tag? I think I tagged Angie. And then I
Yeah.
seen you was like, why can't you just do it? I was like, well, damn, I didn't even think about it, but I wouldn't be able to do it anyway because on the day that he needed the wedding done, I was already booked for that day anyway, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do it anyway. But then when I seen your post, I was like, yeah, why didn't I consider myself to possibly do it? But then, like I said, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So I do one at some point. At some point, I'm gonna do it when I stop
I just
chatting.
need you to do
Stop
at
playing.
least one. I need at least one audio. That's it. Okay.
That's probably
That's
all
it.
I need to get it going. Just get
Yeah.
one in, and go from there. Yeah, because
Yes.
I've been offering every other service and doing it. I'm like, yeah, I'm into doing it. I don't know when though. I've been so focused on the estate plans and like that adding fingerprinting services. So I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it at some point. At some point.
Thank you.
But yeah, like
Thank
I'm saying, but it goes back to like the signing agency piece. So even then, like if you don't want to hire notaries for signings and you think it's a little bit overwhelming, you can hire officiants to do your weddings. You can hire a fingerprinting tech. If you need someone for like, if you specialize in apostilles, you can have someone provide that service for you. Just have them do the courier service, and you just
you.
do the rest over the phone. So it's a multitude of opportunities available when you do start an agency. You don't have to always do all the work.
Yeah.
You don't have to always do all the work. It's only so many, only so many places that you can drive to within the day, right? And then at some point, you don't want to hang this up, and you still want your business to be able to run without you. This is one of the best ways to do it, and probably more than like, and absolutely the most profitable business model in the notary business, hands down by having an agency, hands down the most profitable. So look into it; it can't hurt. Before we wrap up, we gotta do our shameless plug. We gotta talk about what we got coming up. What you got going on, T?
Yeah, so we have our wedding officiant social. It's virtual on Thursday. This Thursday, it is from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. You know, I can't do the math for your time, but 3 hours back. But it's super dope. We're excited. Me and Norman, we just opening it up for everyone nationwide because before we've had in-person socials. So we had officiants from PA, from New York and Jersey come meet us in person. We talk about what we're doing in our business, you know, how we're standing out, what we're doing in terms of marketing, creative ideas, share war stories, all of that good stuff. So now we're just opening it up to anyone in any state who wants to hop on. You can go to stand.store/wedding officiant academy, and then you can actually sign up. So we're probably going to be doing a virtual one like once a quarter. So since we're in Q2, that is the one for this quarter. So I don't think our virtual one won't be until Q3. So you better hop on it.
Yeah, I need to hop on that one for the virtual one.
Yeah,
I'll be yeah, book me for that one. I'll be on for that one.
gotcha.
All right, see what y'all talking about. Salute to Norm. We finally got one in. We're gonna lock one in for I think either for a podcast interview or something like that. Yeah, me and
Yay.
Norm supposed to get together next month. Next month. So
Love it.
long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
Norm, I keep hearing good things from you about Norm, so
Yep.
goes back to what we say, man. Doers want to work with doers.
Facts.
Simple as that, man. Simple as that.
Yes,
What
sir.
we got going on? Touched on it earlier. We just launched the notary league. So if you're whether if you're a beginner notary or whether you're a seasoned notary, you don't have nobody. You don't have nobody for accountability. You don't have no one to like help you along the way to help you reach your goals and give you that extra push. Definitely join the notary league. It's only $37 a month. Very affordable. We meet twice a week. We meet on Mondays for accountability. Talk about your goals for the week. What are your wins? What's the things that you're working on? And then on Fridays we meet up to talk about what you got done for the week and how we're going to close out the week with a lot of momentum. So I'll post the link in the description. Make sure you join us. And as always, we have estate plan signing 101. It's very possible to build your business through estate plan signing. Very realistic. Very realistic. 85 to 90% of my business is estate plan signing. Got a few of them booked this week. And I'll leave you all with this message in regards to estate plan signing. The quickest way to get that business is going to be through relationships. So if you know a financial advisor, especially if you're doing loan signings, you're in front of a lot of homeowners who don't either have life insurance or They don't have no one to help them protect their biggest asset. Those would be great referrals to send to a financial advisor and build a referral partnership with them. Turn that relationship and get introduced to an estate plan attorney, and you just rinse and repeat. And that's a good way to get business. No loan signing agent certification required. As long as you're a notary, it's also additional upsells that you can. It's also additional ways that you can make money on top of what you're making for that signing as well. So make sure you visit estateplansigningcourse.com, and this will help you build your business to estate plan signing. Thank you all for um, watching us, leveraging your L's, listening to us, give you this game, give you a lot of value. Let us know how we're doing. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a thumbs up. Help us get seen on these algorithms. We're trying to get seen more often, all right? As always, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I want to give a special thanks to my special guest, Paris. She always makes a special appearance. So if you hear her barking in the background, this is her. So salute to her for making a special appearance. Other than that, we appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace, y'all.